climate is a very crazy climate, man.
I trust our government. I trust our government officials that they won't disrespect the Constitution like
However,
that. Right?
The behavior that we have seen from Donald Jamal Trump in these last 4 years, especially here at this last moment.
I've always considered this coronavirus similar to an STD.
Okay.
And the fact of how
definitely that's the hot take. Okay.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Hey, man, this intro gets me every time.
Man, that Constitution part, man, just make me just go feel like donkey of the day, man. Like
yo, you deserve it.
Come on, government.
Yeah,
January the 6th. Right, yo, January the 6th.
Bro, you deserve donkey of the day for that one, man.
Man, I trust our government. I even stumbled on it to be like, all right, do you really do it?
Right, he's like, yeah, I trust our girl. I was like, this.
And they're not going to disrespect the Constitution. January 6th, 2021.
and then they stormed the Capitol.
Right. Oh man.
Well,
God.
Hey man, what's up? I want to welcome you guys to our show called Be the People. I'm your host, Lawrence William Sanders Jr., whatever you want to call me. And we got LeWay up here riding shotgun. Yo, Lamar, boss man, what's up? What's up?
What's up, boss man?
We have a show that is about information and educating ourselves, and then acting, and then seeing the change that we want to see. And we just want to thank y'all for joining us, for riding with us. Man, we saw some analytics, and we had last time we saw it was 620 views, bro.
All right, let's get to 1,000. Put your like in the comments.
Yo, let's go.
Turn no comments on. If you aren't watching this, I'm inclined to believe you are a hater. You should be watching this show. Right. This is your show. This show is the FUBU. For us by us. For us by us on the low. Shout out to LL Cool J.
Yo, Kendrick, what's up, man? Yo, if y'all riding with us, like you said, drop a comment in the comment section. We're interactive. We want y'all to know that we see y'all's comments. We want to hear what y'all got to say concerning what we talking about, where y'all at, how y'all feel about it. So drop a comment. If you're driving home, be safe. If you're watching CNN, turn it off, take a listen. Hopefully we can say something that's informative.
Right, we're not gonna be crying. Shout out to Van Jones. I see you.
So yeah, man, it's been crazy. I know we don't have a Sunday show, but I want to give a shout out to all the mothers. It's my East Coast. Shout out to all the mothers in the world.
Mom Dukes.
If you spent that 9 months, or maybe they came out early. Shouts out to y'all. To the good mothers though, to the ones that won't let their daddy see their kids. This ain't for y'all. Y'all need some help. Some help. What's up, iPhone and Android? I like that. What's up, Brittany?
It's iPhone and Android. Absolutely.
Right?
No. Hold on. I'm on a Mac computer. I just don't have the lights. If we gonna humble ourselves, you know what? I'm gonna take a dip in the pool after. For those that know, no. For those that know, no.
Let's go.
I brag different.
Right. He said, "Yeah, I got a different." Yeah.
I brag different.
Shout out to all the mothers, man. I know there are a lot of single mothers out here that are doing or trying to do double roles and responsibilities. Shouts out to y'all. Mad respect to y'all. To the mothers that are wives too. Shout out to y'all. It's just all love. Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully you were able to spend time with your family to kind of chill, and hopefully they cooked you a good meal and y'all ate and laughed and all that good stuff. See, that's the Android. I think the Android got froze. I think he went. I think he went to go take a dip in the pool. But yo, Brenton, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us. But we were just giving a shout out to all the mothers. It is a tricky thing these days to parent, especially to our single parents, our single Black moms. We thank you. Y'all have had to endure a lot of things through history. I don't want to get into it, but thank you. You are the builders of nations. If you carried a kid for 9 months and you decided to keep it and to raise it, to make more productive people in society. We saluted you on Sunday. We continue to salute you. But yeah, it's crazy out here. It has been crazy, 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 crazy out here. I want to start out just kind of talking about this article I read. So I'm kind of over Derek Chauvin. As we know, he was sentenced. Well, he was convicted. However, but he wasn't quite sentenced. And so I read something that kind of was interesting. There's a school in Piedmont, California, that decided to offer grief counseling for white students in the wake of the conviction of Derek Chauvin. I'll let that sink in. There was a high school or a school district in Piedmont, California, that offered grief counseling for the white students. Oh, he back. Captain
Yes,
Android is back.
yes. Man,
uh,
there's so much to the story.
yeah, so it I'll read some of the details. And you heard it right. A school district offered grief counseling specifically, and I didn't say specifically for the white students. They offered grief counseling. They made themselves available. All right, so here's what the email said. The article was written by rollingout.com. It says, we are offering a restorative community circle to support white students who would like to discuss how the trial, verdict, and experiences related to George Floyd murder are impacting you. That's what it said in the email. It says 2 counselors were also available, as the email stated, and that they were holding a space for our white students to process and share with one another. All right. And so the student population here in the school district is 74% white, 20% Asian, 3% Hispanic, and 3% African American. All right. So, WTF, bro?
Yeah, yeah, they tend to do that. They tend to they they tend to support those that had nothing to be supportive with or on. Right? Like this is I'm not even gonna call it white privilege because it's not white privilege, right? What it is just is the misunderstanding, it's the miseducation of the United States of America, right? And we're not talking about the slavery of the United States of America. We're just talking about the reality of the United States of America. And the fact is that these folks here really believe that killing a man of color is incorrect. I'm sorry, it was correct.
Right.
And therefore they want to give grief counseling because they were taught, oh, cops are great. I mean, all cops are great. Shout out to some of the good cops, Blue Lives Matter. But nonetheless, they're talking about they want them to know, hey, these people did bad, cops and robbers type of mentality, they should be punished.
Right.
They're not looking at it from a standpoint of human to human
Right.
interaction.
Right. One human killed another human. Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Whatever George Floyd did not deserve 9 minutes in the knee. 9 minutes on your back with your knee in your lung. You did not deserve that. Okay?
Right. Right.
The man was subdued already, but the man to sit there for 9 minutes. So it doesn't even matter, right? It's the fact that they're doing that like that. And you know what? It's the fact that we care that we have school. We know what we have outside of these walls. We know we have people that don't care. People say some shit to get a rise out of you. People to troll you, but it is
Oh,
on
absolutely.
us to be like, right, like this is a troll. This to me, I wouldn't even bother because you know what? Them are the same type of people who would run into a hallway in a fire. Okay, so they have no
Right. Right. Right.
whatsoever. These are the people I pay no attention, right? So these
Right.
are the people that would fail God's test twice after He gave you the answers. Like
Wow.
so these folks had to go kick rocks, man. So I mean, if they don't understand it, let them. Don't worry, they'll find their ways. I don't even bother them.
I mean, but I think it goes back to the sad reality of the nation that we live in, and just looking at some of these numbers, like the demographic, it reminds me of the high school I graduated from. I graduated from Mansfield High School, which was predominantly white. Like when I say, matter of fact, Mansfield School District. If not if redlining is a thing. Well, redlining is a thing, and so when they were building new schools, they would shift the lines to make sure that the major demographic of white students went to Mansfield High School. So being Black, graduating from my Mansfield High School, we were a minority. And when I was reading it, it was sad because I was like, that sounds like something my high school would do. That sounds like something that Mansfield would do. And I think the other issue is, though, I think the part that's sad for me is that there are still people, Black and white alike, that don't believe that racism is still prevalent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, it's not here anymore. Like, what?
Do you know the people that believe Tim Tebow deserved a starting job in the NFL?
Oh my God! Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that real quick. So, people, first of all, I didn't understand how somebody who's been out of the league for 10 years sucked as a quarterback. Like you literally sucked as a quarterback. You were trash as an NFL quarterback. You were not good.
One good pass in the playoffs. One good pass.
And that was it.
Beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was the greatest pass ever thrown.
Right. And now you get to come back, not even as a quarterback. You're coming back as a tight end. A position you've never played tight end.
A different position. This man, I'm giving y'all tour reviews here. This man does. This is just incredible. It is nepotism. It is
like it's, bro. This is stupid. Listen, I know 5 JUCO tight ends right now that can outplay Tim Tebow. 5 in JUCO right now. But you signed a yes man. You signed the poster child. Yo, man.
It's mediocrity, bro.
Yeah, but there's no racism. It's all gone. No. But yeah, it was hard for Colin Kaepernick to find a job, bro. And he was a much better quarterback than Tebow will ever be. And he's a better quarterback than Tebow will be a tight end.
I swear to gosh, it was when I heard that, I wasn't even surprised. I was just like, huh.
Oh, I was surprised. I said what?
I wasn't. I was just like, it must be nice to have your college coach. Your college coach said, "Hey, we should try you as a tight end." Okay.
You ain't never played tight end in the NFL, college, let alone. Yeah, come play tight end.
Man, this is. But they always said it's what they choose to have, right? So right. I mean, it's the NFL, it's the league. I mean, it is a business, right? It generates money. They can pick and choose whoever they want, right?
Right.
So you have a business, right? Shout out to you, LLC, right? So you have a business. You can pick and choose who you want working for you. You can pick Colin Kaepernick. You can pick Tim Tebow, right? Lamar,
and
who he wants working for his FUBU, false bias on the law. So he can pick and choose who he wants.
Right.
He could say Lawrence, yay, Lloyd, nah, son, you got an injury. Or he could say the other way, right? It don't matter.
Right.
But it's a privately owned business.
And that's why, and that's why we need more say. Brenton said Urban Myers needs some forgiveness. No, he does. Listen, Urban Myers not the only one that approved that situation.
Right.
Urban Myers was that situation. Listen, that went through the front desk, the middle desk, the back desk, the draft, the whole team of scouts, and all of them. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them. I don't know who all was okay with it, but those who had power was like, yeah, let's bring Tebow back. What? But anyway, saying all that to say, racism is still here. Because they gave a white man a job in a
that
position.
who brought them to
Right, they gave a white man a position and a job in a position he's never played versus to give a black man who had actually pretty decent stats and made it deep in the playoffs. What, Super Bowl actually?
Man, Tim Tebow's Alexa, bro.
Okay, but anyways.
Tim Tebow's Alexa. Alexa don't listen.
Okay, so check this out. I don't know if you heard about the hacked pipeline. I don't know if y'all at the pumps had to go get gas. Y'all saw the lines. Gas went from $2.89. It's probably $15,000 now. It's going to be the new Bill and Brady. Yeah, right.
That ain't gonna happen.
Listen, they will never listen. Tom Brady is in a place now. It's like, Bill, I don't need you. Tom Brady looked at Bill, probably sent him a text message. It's like, it's okay, we're done. I'm in Tampa now. I'll never need you again. But yeah, if y'all are at the gas pumps, I don't know if you saw or if you've noticed that gas is high. And if you also didn't know, there's a gas line that extends, I believe it's from Texas all the way up the East Coast. It's called the Colonial Pipeline. And somehow, some way, there are some hackers who actually hacked this pipeline. And so that now it stopped the actual flow of petroleum from here all the way up the East Coast. Like this is some Matrix movie, FBI, Langley, dark web, whatever you want to call it, stuff that's going on, like for real in the world. And they actually identified the group. They're called Dark Side. Almost kind of like anonymous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm here for it.
They stopped from Texas. Why everything starts to stop from Texas, don't it? Man, y'all had a rough year, huh?
I blame Ted Cruz and Donald Jamal Trump.
Man, Teddy just had to leave, didn't he? When he went to Mexico, it all went down the hill. So you got these people that all right, so here I made a comment earlier in one of our segments that these people will fail the test, fail the God test twice after he gave them the answer. And I'm watching these people go hysterical over this gas, right? And I'm like, bro, how many times have so one, let me just take one quick side note. So to these hackers, I need y'all to listen to me, to the sound of my voice. There are other things to hack that are beneficial to the people. If you really want to cause pandemonium,
listen,
you already know.
Student loans,
credit scores, student loans, you want to cause chaos that is going to freak out the world?
Listen,
gosh.
Give every African American $1.5 million.
What? Wake up the next day like Bitcoin currency in our bank accounts. I swear for gosh, the world would not know what to do.
Listen, if you're really trying to piss white people off,
I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know what? They would make a law very quickly. Like, hey, if you are black, you cannot spend your money here. Your money ain't good here.
Nope.
Like you hear that comment so much.
Listen, it's okay. We'll go build our own because we have it now. Don't worry about it.
Right. So if that's what y'all want to do, I'm not condoning hacking, but I'm just saying if y'all just take an idea, go ahead, take that one. That was free. But nonetheless, right? But we see this pandemonium happen, right? We just came from a tent like last year. It felt like last year, this year, whatever. Just a pandemonium, right, all over the place, and yet we just don't know how to act. When has hackers ever anything has lasted longer than 3 days with hacking? Right? Nothing that I can remember.
Right.
But we all, oh my gosh, we gotta go get more gas. Relax. Just ease.
Like,
just be chill.
I mean, and that's what it's causing. Like it's causing the uprising and sheer pandemonium. One thing that I know, actually being like, I worked in oil and gas. Like I actually worked in the oil field. Like I worked it. Like I did it. Like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
One of the few black people, I can say few black people. There's not a lot of us out there, first of all. But one thing I do know, there is not a shortage of actual crude oil. It's not a shortage. There's not a shortage. But again, this is what I do know about our government. Our government is very crafty. And I don't think this was just irony that all of a sudden our gas pipeline was hacked. I don't think it's ironic. I don't listen. Like, it sounds crazy. Like, who hacked a gas pipeline and why? And then it's a new group called Dark Side. Like, what is this? That's like Space Force. Like they couldn't have came up with a better name. Like, you're hacking gas pipelines and your name is Dark Side.
They never tend to come. Why do all the threatening people never come out with cool names, man? Proud Boys, Tifa. Right. Tifa's not a group, but still, right. KKK. Right. What's the other one we got? White Nat. Whatever. Why did they?
QAnon.
Right.
That's one.
Why do they not sound cool? Like, can y'all gather around? Y'all so damn smart. Can y'all gather around and say, "Hey, y'all, what would be a real cool name?" Invite some cool people to y'all meetings. Even if, like, hey, we need a name for that's cool. Do a survey result. I don't know. Send out a survey.
Take a vote. Right.
Right. Like, make us go, man, that's hard. Like,
yeah, like that sounds like a criminal's name. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, like
right. Like, Nikki Barnes, like
Nikki Barnes.
You coming out there like, every come out like a rap group. Like, just come out with a name. Rough Riders, G Unit, No Limit Soldiers, YMCMB. I don't know.
NWA. Like, I don't know. Sisters with Voices, SWV.
Right, SWV. Like, come on, son. Come out with a name. If y'all gonna do Al Qaeda is kind of hot though.
Yeah.
That joint does sound kind of like, Al Qaeda. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, certain words with them because government. I love you, government. Shut up.
We know.
Right. Well, yeah. I want y'all to go back to that one. If y'all ever want to audit me, go back to that title. I trust our government.
I trust our government.
Like,
right.
I mean, they don't come out with that cool, man. So it's always some corny names. Like, next one's gonna be White Cloud. That actually sounds kind of. Like, come on, son.
The White Hope, the Great White Hope. Yeah.
Right. Man. Like, come on, y'all come off like some Django, like the Django scene, man.
Yeah.
With the with the mask, like.
Oh yeah. We all think the mask was
right. We're not pointing fingers. The mask could be done better. Come on, man.
But no, man. Let me go back to Kendrick's comment real quick. He said, "I know white privilege." Ironically, Kaepernick announced today that he's publishing a book of essays focused on. I saw that, bro. Ooh. And I think it's dope. In the way it's out, it's almost kind of like a throwback, like publication. I think it's called like Defund and something. Let me find, man. I remember.
Is it a book of essays that he's writing or people have written?
No, I think it's him.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's gonna be man, and I'll tell you, it'll be the bestseller. Money, cash. So I mean, that is gonna be. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need Nike to put out his jersey again.
Here you go. Here you go. So it's Colin Kaepernick is publishing a book calling to abolish the police, and so the cover. I remember kind of like scrolling through the cover to see it, and it had like a black lady on it, and she's holding up like a paper saying abolish the police, close the prison, and so on and so forth. I think it would be interesting, but it features 30 essays, including one from himself, and it's called "The Movement for a Future Without Policing in Prisons." Now, here's what I do think. We've talked about. Oh, Paul, Chef Chauvin.
Chef Chauvin is here.
Yo, wait,
I'm telling you,
because every week we got to do the infomercial. So I got the product. So right here we have.
And they come in a mason jar.
Yo, and this is the all-purpose. This is the all-purpose seasoning. This is it. It's Marquee seasoning. And then I got the sweet and spicy. The Marquee. Yo, this stuff don't suck, man. I just made some turkey meatballs. Because, I've been getting kind of fat in life since COVID. So I'm trying to lose weight. And I've been
your shoulders do look kind of broad, though, man. You look broad.
No. Listen, man, I've been lifting, though. I do lift.
Oh, you've been lift? Okay.
Yeah, so I lift, but then, like, I'm trying to, I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure it out.
You got lazy, right?
I don't know. Yeah,
I did it. I did it. I still do it.
Yeah, I do this, but I don't do this. Yeah, I gotta do cardio. Yeah, I don't do cardio. I just get my reps in and I'm out. So, but yeah, this stuff goes good on everything. Everything. Listen, it goes good on fish, chicken, mashed potatoes, asparagus, Brussels sprouts. If you want to put it on a slice of toast, you can. Like you can put this stuff literally on everything. Shrimp,
Yeah, that made me want some
salmon.
avocado toast.
Man, and I've had this for a while, and I use it, but this is how much I have still. And so, like, you don't need a lot. I mean, and I don't know, it don't taste like it got a lot of sodium in it, but it's good stuff. But anyways, remember,
maybe Chef Gordon Ramsay gonna like it. Throw it on one of his shows.
You listen, if he says something bad about it, I'm gonna slap him in his face. Anyway, so but anyway, so back to the abolition for black people. This Colin Kaepernick joint. It says the omnipresent threat of premature death at the hands, knees, chokeholds, tasers, and guns of law enforcement has only further ingrained its anti-black foundation in the institution of policing. That's what Colin Kaepernick says, and this is what I like. This is something that I like. I know this wasn't even what was playing, but I remember when Colin Kaepernick took the knee, and it was a consistent thing. And I said to myself, and I even, matter of fact, it wasn't just myself. I posted it on Facebook. I said, what we are witnessing now, Colin Kaepernick in this moment is becoming a martyr, and we don't even realize it. Like we have no idea what we are witnessing. I said, what Colin Kaepernick is doing now is what Martin Luther King did years before, what Malcolm X did years before. And people told me I was crazy. They were like, oh, don't compare Colin Kaepernick to Dr. So, well, they didn't call him Dr. Martin Luther King. They called him Martin Luther King. Oh, you can never compare him to that. Well, what you don't understand, for those who don't read history, it's the same formula. It was the same thing. In that moment, Dr. King wasn't revered as, oh, this peacekeeping, freedom fighting. No, he was a criminal. He was a convict. He was a N-word with a mission. And who does he think he is and what is he doing? And the fact now that Colin Kaepernick has taken that moment and he is ascending to, because when the history books are written, when we look back and, we have kids and our kids have kids and they have kids, Colin Kaepernick will be remembered and he will be mentioned. He will be talked about for years to come now when it comes to the cause of I want to see liberation, but yeah, of liberation and equality, because unfortunately in 2021 this is something that we still have to fight. So shout out to Colin Kaepernick, man, for sacrificing his career for a greater cause, which is something that we don't see. We do not see that.
I'll tell you this much. I remember Colin Kaepernick in that Super Bowl against the Baltimore Ravens. I was going for the 49ers because I wanted him to win. Something was telling me if he had won, if he won the Super Bowl, right, this narrative would have been very different. Totally but it could still be the same. But it could definitely still be the same. Because it could be like Super Bowl winning quarterback, they got benched for Blaine Gabbert, but then got put back in after Blaine Gabbert would suck, right? And went 16-4, all this other jazz, right? 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, blah, 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 right? Almost beat New England Patriots, almost beat his team, had about 7 points, right? Never lost by more than 7 points. Somebody else could check me on that. Don't know. But the point is, right, is that you've heard people talk more and more, and I mentioned it. I'm sorry, let me take a step back. I mentioned his accomplishments because that's what seems people tend to get stuck on that. They get stuck on his work performance. They don't get stuck on what he says, right?
Right.
And notice this, right? If you notice all of the television shows, Undisputed, Skip Bayless said this. He said, "Well, what does Kaepernick want?" Right? Jason Whitlock has said, "What Kaepernick needs to talk more." Right? He already has said what he wanted, what his point was.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Yep.
Correct. But they want you to talk more because when you talk more, they can poke holes into what you say. When they poke holes in what they say, they diffuse your meaning. So the fact is that he hasn't said anything, right, said a lot. Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z who said, I don't need the Super Bowl. Y'all need me. That's cool. Jay-Z is a businessman. That's great. Good job. He moves in a room full of vultures. I haven't seen him move in a room full of vultures. So, but he said it and y'all believe him. Great job for him, right? But here's the thing about him, right? Exactly. Here's the thing about it, right? Is that he said, okay, we've moved past kneeling. It needs to be actionable. He didn't have an action. Nobody else in the NFL had an action. So what is it right? So we have people talking on behalf of Colin, and I greatly appreciate the fact that Colin Kaepernick has not said anything, right? And I want him to not say anything. Hell, I said this 2 years ago. I don't want him to have a job in the NFL because I don't want him to lose that movement. I don't want him. He's 4 years. He's 4 years past due. Even though we talked about Tim Tebow and his mediocrity, great job, right? I just want Kaepernick to stay in that silence, right? Because I want them to air it. Because everything that happens, people go, they bring up because of everything. They see the hypocrisy that the NFL does. See the hypocrisy in the world, and they're like, wow. That's weird.
Right. Like,
okay. Maybe he was right. Like so, and if people just stop, like he has done what I have said that most of us should do, and that's kind of stop talking and just go, okay. Like George Floyd wouldn't have gotten. I'll say this 100%. George Floyd wouldn't have gotten the love and the respect that he got if we weren't in that pandemic. If we all weren't in our rooms quiet, in our homes quiet, just watching them, be like, oh. Maybe black folks do have it bad. Damn, maybe he didn't need that knee in his bag. Damn, this what y'all been talking about? Like, what? Man. Right. So therefore, when people see it, they're like, oh, blacks, we're so sorry. We are so sorry. Right?
Sorry.
But therefore, if we sit we don't have to like raise voices all the time. We don't have to be like, the loudest voice in the room. You could just sit there and just be the quietest.
It's like, why they not saying nothing? Hey, let me go to the comments real quick. She said they hacked the pipeline and has us out of gas in North Carolina. North Carolina. Yeah, like that's tough. Like that's crazy. Like that, y'all don't have no gas up there. I will say,
But you can barter though, Chef Sahana. You got them spices. They got that gas. I mean, take it back to the 1472s.
Well,
back to that mediocrity. Not 1472.
She's talking about gas like petroleum, like not
petroleum.
Not like gas.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you can't get to work, maybe you're gonna need it for that. But
gas,
right? Bartering is gonna be a big thing.
Dang, man, like for real, like that's crazy that is causing like that kind of chaos. Oh, that side of the world, man, is just weird. Like I was just in Virginia not too long ago, and y'all don't seem too friendly that way. So if you listen, I'll try to. I don't know. Just come to Texas.
No, definitely no.
Just come to Texas.
Texas is a big state, though.
Yes, everything's cheap here. We have gas.
Let's see. Do y'all have heat when the snows again? I have too soon. Sorry about that. I mean, y'all come down here. I got a pool. I got.
You may catch COVID.
Y'all pool in the backyard.
You may catch COVID in Florida. We all know.
Right. We all going to die in Florida, so we all going to turn into mummies or zombies or whatever we turn into. We gonna turn.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so that's really it, man. Thank y'all for joining us, man. Y'all have been amazing. Thank y'all for the comment, the content. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the media. It's a lot of great content. It's on the network. Again, we appreciate y'all for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, and until next time, we out. Peace.
Next time, peace.